Hey you guys, welcome back. My name is Katie Robinson and this is a follow-up video to my video on my infant 72-hour bag and some of my more interesting backpacking stuff. So I am an avid backpacker and outdoor explorer. I also have a 5-month-old son named Drew, and you can hear him in the background. He definitely wants to join our video. I put together a 72-hour infant bag because the election's coming up and I'm just kind of trying to be prepared if there are any kind of like terrorist attacks on Washington, D.C. or anything where I need to get out of town quickly. I'm also an avid backpacker, rock climber, a wilderness first responder, and I'm now currently a counselor in residence in the state of Virginia working as a therapist in training. But I love my first aid, wilderness first aid, first responder, all that kind of stuff that I used to do. I was an EMT for a really long time. And then I was also a wilderness EMT, and I wanted to walk you guys through my wilderness first aid kit in case you are trying to build a bug out bag or an infant bug out bag or even just a backpacking first aid kit. So this one goes back and forth between my main backpacking bag and my get out of town or get out of Dodge bag. But you know, the bags are different. The first aid kit for the most part really stays the same. So the first thing that I have in there is a SAM splint. If you guys aren't familiar with what these are, they're super cool, bendable, moldable splints. They actually have metal on the inside. I have used them in the field with everything from wrist splints to radius ulna fractures to broken ankles to fibs. You can actually see on this side of it some of the things that it's used for, but you can really mold it around an area, you know, around the arm, around the wrist, bend it up. You can, you know, extend it all the way out for things with the leg. I usually, when I do leg ones and it's really extended, I actually use twigs and branches along with triangular bandages to adhere it and attach it to the leg. Really great for ankles. You can just bend it, make a little place for the foot, wrap it up, actually around the foot like this. So really cool. If you don't have a SAM splint, they fold up, they don't take up a lot of space, they're super lightweight. For you ultralight packers, grab one. The next thing I'm going to walk through in this one, it stays in my bug out bag for the most part. It's my easy access meds and stuff. So I used to have the approach of like, oh my gosh, let's have the most intense things, Israeli battle dressings, you know, sutures if you're mauled by a bear. And I found over time that sometimes you just need the easy, simple stuff. So sometimes you just need band-aids for blisters, moleskin, Tylenol, you know, for a tired back, things like that. So I've added a lot more of the simple stuff. In this bag, I have liquid acetaminophen, which is Tylenol, infant Tylenol, and a syringe because I have a baby. This is critical. Adults can take it too, but this is probably the best way for him to get any kind of anti-febrile or pain medication in him. I also have 2 Tylenol pill packs, I guess you could say. These have 10 caplets each, and they are extra strength Tylenol. Tylenol is pretty much the only thing I can take right now because I'm breastfeeding, so that's why I'm big on Tylenol for the moment. I also have ciprofloxacin. These are medicated eye drops. So what I've done is on all of my prescription medications for backpacking, I have written the dose, contraindications, and side effects, because the worst thing you can do is be out on a 10-day trip in the middle of nowhere, no cell phone access, and you don't know what the dose is, you can't look it up, you don't know contraindications, things like that. So for this one, there's no contraindications, but some of the side effects, like the main one is a white crystal precipitate. And yeah, it tells you kind of how much to do per day, the dose. So this is an antibiotic eye drop. It's for really serious like eye trauma. I also always have ophthalmic antibiotic ointment because I think that's a good one. This is one of my really simple, I just got little baggies. You can find them at like jewelry stores and stuff like that. I have Dayquil, a bunch of Dayquil packets. I have, I think I have 3, so I have 6 Dayquil packets. These are Benadryl Allergy Plus These are for any kind of allergic reaction, like a crazy histamine reaction, bee sting, poison ivy, anaphylaxis, anything like that. I have Aleve. I have hydrocortisone cream, alcohol wipes, more hydrocortisone cream. I have sting and bite pads. You can pick these up. These are from Dynarex, but these are also in Wilderness First Aid kits. You can pick them up at REI. And then I have Burn Stop Cooling Gel packets. So that's kind of my emergency little easy meds, you know, pretty simple meds. You can pick those up at, honestly, I think drugstores have the little individual packs. Like look for little individual Benadryls, individual Tylenols, hydrocortisone cream like that. You can definitely get those at gas stations. Then moving on, we have my little kit here. This is cute. I got this little box at Target, and then it's actually a soap box for traveling. I have a Neosporin. I have a bunch of Band-Aids. So you see, I've learned my lesson from when I didn't have enough Band-Aids. I love the fabric ones. They don't rip and they don't come off easily. So I have a mix of, I have butterfly dressings. I have all kinds of little wound closures and a bunch of Band-Aids, a whole pack of those. And then I have antiseptic towelettes. I also have a bunch of obstetric antiseptic towelettes from when I worked for an OBGYN. And then I have iodine prep pads. This would be for anything a little bit more serious. And I do have stuff prepared for those situations as well. So iodine prep pads, those are great. And then I have, this is kind of like not something that everyone needs, but I do have a syringe and a needle for any kind of injectable medication. I do have topical lidocaine in case someone was actually like mauled by an animal, or, you know, a branch fell on them and ripped their body open and we needed to do some kind of like little surgical procedure on them. I did get topical lidocaine for that. It also works really well for blisters. Been there, done that. So then I have one of my big med kits. This one has ondansetron. And ondansetron is really heavy duty anti-nausea medication. And it is really great. They prescribe it sometimes for people that are really, really seasick, or for people that like during pregnancy, they'll prescribe it for really severe cases. Then I have levofloxacin. This is for like a really serious infection. You would give someone this on a multi-day trip. I have Advil, I have Dramamine, I have Alka-Seltzer, I have stomach relief like a Pepto-Bismol. I have a little bit more Benadryl. Benadryl is a really good one to have. And then I have aspirin, I have Diamode, I have electrolyte tabs. Electrolyte tabs are super good, especially if you have a baby along. I have an antacid, and then yeah, just more Benadryl. So that's my med pack. And then we get into my, this is an Aceta Summit dry bag. It's a 4-liter dry bag, and I take this one everywhere when I go backpacking. It's kind of my more serious kit, I'll call it. So I have in this baby everything kind of packed in there nice and tight. It's really organized, even though it doesn't look it. So in here I have triangular bandages, so you can use these as slings and kind of wrap them up around your body if you have a broken arm. You can also use it to tie that SAM splint down to your body, as you guys saw before. I have True Man. I also have what are these called? Bandage shears. I'm like spacing on the name of these. I have these, especially if you're backpacking, you need to cut something off of someone. I have hemostats for like bleeder vessels. I have, this is really funny. It's just Doc Spartan Combat Ready ointment. They use this a lot in the military. It's really great. It's really great for blisters and things like that. I have an inhaler. I have an EpiPen. I have these little, gosh, what are these called? Q-tips. These are great for like wound and ointment application and stuff like that. I have an Israeli battle dressing. If you guys don't know what these are, they're basically like, it's not a tourniquet, but it's a hemorrhage control compression dressing. So basically you apply it to the area and it stops really, really severe bleeding. So these are like incredible. If you don't have an Israeli battle dressing, you need to look it up. I have a sterile iPad, and I have sutures of various sizes. I have hand sanitizer, because if you're gonna do like massive surgery on someone, you should probably sanitize your hands. I have just rolled dressings. I have an emergency blanket. I have a blister medic pack. This is great. It has things like moleskin and little blister pads. I have, these are just, oh my gosh, like absorbent sterile pads that we use a lot in obstetrics. These are different sterile gauze pads. Again, like another sterile dressing. And then I have, my final thing is a chest seal. So this would be for some kind of it's an Asherman chest seal for like combat or chest injuries. So something like, you know, if someone got shot, it'd be great for that. But honestly, in a wilderness setting, either a hunting accident or something where someone gets impaled by like a trekking pole or a tent pole or a giant stick or something like that, where they're almost having, you know, a lung puncture and breathing issue, these are incredible. So they solve that. So that is pretty much my backpacking first aid kit. Let me know what you guys think of it. Let me know if you think I should add more things, or if you think there's something I forgot, or if you want to see more backpacking type videos. I would love to share with you guys what we're doing. I'd love to show you how we backpack with a baby. It's super fun, and I'm definitely a believer that you should get your little ones out as soon as possible and exploring the wonders of our natural world. It's definitely harder, it's definitely more exhausting, but the fulfillment and joy you get from it is so rewarding. So that is my first aid kit. Let me know if you have any questions, or if you guys want to see like how to tie a triangle bandage or how to splint a broken ankle or anything like that. I would love to show you. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.